These are stories about my reluctant and I would say courageous journey into understanding my emotions and what I learned. I'm super grateful for your questions because when you ask them, it helps guide us all on this fantastic adventure. This week's topic comes from Rami, who wanted to know how to surrender, which actually means this week's topic is going to be about why I surrendered when I wanted to feel powerful. In this video, I'm going to focus on what it feels like when I think I need to be in control. In the next video, I'll focus on a time when I started to realize that surrendering was helpful. And then I'll talk about a time where I used serenity to get through a tough time. In the next video, we'll meditate, and then you get to watch the Fridity or the Friday Ditty, where I wrap it all up and I get a little poetic and a little nerdy. All these videos will appear in the playlist Why I Surrendered When I Wanted to Feel Powerful. So, if you have a question like Rami did, comment below or DM me on Instagram. I'm Angela, and this is me making sense of myself. So, I like to start off with a question because it helps me put my thoughts together. What is it like for you when you feel like you need to be in control? So, I am a parent, and there are so many times that I want to be in control. Not so much because my children are older now, but as they were growing, it was extremely hard to let go and let them make mistakes and in some ways invite failure to happen. And when I wanted that control, it was so hard, especially when I could see the mistake that was happening or where the potential pitfall was. So I would almost feel this tension in my body of like, like I would make it. I wouldn't make those noises out loud, but sometimes I would. That's what it came across as. Like I'm almost holding my breath because if I just did what I could see that they needed to do, then it would be better. I remember one of the kids I think was trying out for soccer and they were horsing around on the field, and for at this particular time I was thinking they just and I think in fact in this moment I went and I told her, you need to straighten up and be serious about this practice because this is still a tryout, even though we had been told everyone was gonna get back on the team. And I wanted to control that so bad. So bad I'm choking now. But I wanted her to feel that success. I wanted her to know that I believed in her. But at that same time, when she was horsing around and having fun and I'm telling her to stop, what message is that sending? It's sending, hey, this message, playing and having fun isn't appropriate. And, maybe that's one of the things that I've been very grateful to learn from this particular child was that I need to have fun and it's okay to have fun. And, I was talking to someone else who actually defined security different than I had. And so for her, and I think this is even a sense of surrendering, but for her, she wanted to control the outcomes of relationships or know that if she just did everything the right way, that, if you do X, Y, and Z or A, B, and C, then D will happen regardless. And there are no promises that that's going to happen. So she came up with this thought that I thought was really helpful, where she said, well, screw it. It's either going to work or it's not going to work. And if I don't get to be myself, then do I really want to be in that type of a relationship where I don't get to be myself and I'm always trying to control the other person or they're trying to control me? And I thought that was really insightful. And because there's this sense that when I'm, how do I explain this? Let me tell a story about what I witnessed one day. I remember a friend of mine who was in a difficult situation, and they had the location of someone that they cared about. And they were so worried about this relationship. Is this person going to continue to show up for me? Are they still going to be there? And so what happened was they kept checking that location over and over and over, and it actually created a significant amount of tension in the person that I was with, because the other person wasn't moving, but there's like this question: what are they doing? What if they don't love me? What if they don't care about me? What if I'm not going to be successful? What if it's something I did in this relationship? Like, all of those negative thoughts can come in, and that's really hard to get through. So, like, I think I had to experience the sense of control. And when I say that, like that, when I'm trying to control something, it's almost like I'm out of control trying to control something. And there's this panic that sets in and this anxiety that sets in that implies that if I just do what things a certain way, that it will get better. So it was at that point in my life that I realized controlling the outcome, I couldn't control the outcome. I had enough experience at this point in time that it was like, wow, I cannot control the outcome of this. And that is when I started to let go, which is, I don't know if it's easier or harder or about the same. I think that letting go at first was extremely scary, surrendering to those experiences. But that is a story for the next video. So I would love to hear from you. How helpful was it for you, or has it been for you, to surrender? These videos will be located in the playlist Why I Surrendered When I Wanted to Feel Powerful. I'm Angela, and this is me making sense of myself.